Hello everyone! Welcome to Sophisticated DIY. In our last video, we made a gala gown using the pattern block from a previous video. And one of the accessories I made was the gloves. And I promise you that in today's video, I was going to show you how to make those gloves. So let's go! As you might recall, I made a lot of attempts to make the pattern of these gloves. And I finally did one that was good. So we are gonna use that pattern and we are gonna use this water soluble stabilizer. When you put it under the water, as you can see, as magic, it disappears. But if you don't have that stabilizer, it's okay. You can use some kind of Kleenex or something that you can rip very easily. So I'm gonna take my pattern and I'm gonna put it over the stabilizer, and I'm gonna make sure to cut enough stabilizer to make my gloves, kind of a rectangle like that. I cut 2 of them so I don't have to work twice. I'm gonna take my illusion tool. I'm gonna make the gloves with this today, and I'm gonna check which size stretch out the most, because I wanna make the width of the part that stretch out the most. But I see that both sides pretty much stretch out the same. So the direction today doesn't matter to cut your glove, but sometimes it does. So now I'm gonna do the same I did. I'm gonna make sure to have enough material. In this case, it's 2 layers to make a glove. And I'm gonna mark the pattern on my stabilizer, and then I'm gonna pin it to my fabric, which is double now, and I'm gonna cut it out like just like a rectangle, and I'm gonna repeat for my second gloves. I do it this way because it's way easier than just cutting a pattern. It's better just to have it draw and then work with that. Then I'm gonna go to my sewing machine. I'm gonna use a regular thread, but if happen that you have a Sewflex thread, it's way better job, because the Sewflex is kind of a little bit elasticized, so it works better with knits. Well, anyways, I'm gonna use a regular thread, and I'm gonna make sure though to use a zigzag stitch. But this zigzag, I'm not gonna make it too zigzaggy. I'm gonna make it narrow with the length of the stitch very small too, so it will be kind of a zigzag but kind of almost straight. You will see. So I'm gonna take now my pattern, and I'm gonna start by sewing from what will be the arms towards the fingers. And I can see that I didn't make the stitch small enough, and the length still was a little bit big, so I just fixed that on the machine and I went back, and now I feel like now is good. Sorry, I don't know if you heard my dog. So I'm gonna go and stitch my mark, and I'm gonna make sure to sew very slow and delicate, lifting the foot every few stitches to reaccommodate the direction. Remember that we are working with something that is very small, and I'm gonna stitch finger by finger, being very careful. When I go to the end of the finger, like at the V, then I lift and then I pivot my machine and I keep sewing. You are gonna make sure to do that in all fingers and try to go very slow until you finish your whole hand. But let me show you something. You know, the doll has a fixed hand. Not all the dolls have the fixed hand, but mine has. So it's kind of very difficult to kind of pass the part of the wrist through those fingers that are kind of wide open. So it would be a good idea if you leave a little opening around the wrist, which is the smaller part, and then finish sewing that after you put it on the doll. So when I finish the thumb, I'm gonna lift my foot, and then I'm not gonna sew that part of the wrist, and then I'm gonna finish my other part of the arm. And this is what I have until now. You see, let me cut that thread so you don't get confused. Yeah, this is what I have. So I have my glove, this is how it looks, and I prove already that pattern, so I think it will be all good. But anyways, I'm gonna check on that. So I'm gonna cut a little close, but not super close from the pattern, because I wanna try on the pattern on my doll. I'm gonna cut a little bit the stabilizer, because obviously the stabilizer won't allow me to really try well the gloves on my doll. So I'm gonna cut out like a good chunk, and then I'm gonna go back to my doll. She's still wearing the gala dress from last video. She loves it. She doesn't want to remove it. And as you can see, the finger is just there. It's a little tricky, but with the help of the hole that I left, I can accommodate the glove on the doll and I can put it on. As you can see, it's a little bit of struggle. But for me, it's all worth it. Please let me know in the comment if you think that I went too far or if you like that gloves. I'm gonna cut a little bit in between the fingers because I cannot see very well. And I can see that the gloves look fantastic, like a glove. Very nice. So because they are looking good, I'm gonna cut the rest of the between fingers, okay, not the fingers, in between the fingers, so I can accommodate a little bit better the glove, so I can really know the fit, if the fit will be okay or not. It's looking good. But still I can see that this fabric is a little bit more stretchy than the one that I used for the gloves last week. So I can make it a little tighter so it will look a little nicer. So I'm pinning the width a little bit better, and I'm gonna go back to my sewing machine and I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna mark first the new line so it will be easier for me to sew. As you can see, it was very convenient that I left a little bit of the interfacing because now would have been more difficult to sew. You see? This is why it's so important to leave a little bit and be cutting it out little by little. So I have now my new line, and I think I can cut those gloves a little bit more. I'm trying to not leave too much of the seam allowance, just a little bit. It's because I feel a little bit more safe, because I know that now it will be all okay. And this is what I have now, and I'm gonna go to my sink and I'm gonna rinse out that interfacing, and I'm gonna hang those gloves to dry, and in the meantime I can be working with my other gloves. I'm making the corrections right off the bat because I know exactly what to do, and I can go again to my sink and rinse the other one and hang it to dry. So now is the next day. My gloves are dry, and if you want now, you can use a frayed check just to secure those stitches for the stretching. So I put a little bit of the frayed check around the edges of the fingers, and now I'm gonna proceed to turn my gloves. For that I use the help of a tweezer that makes it easier to pull those fingers. And you know, it makes me smile a little bit because I haven't finished and they are looking so good, right? Like a real glove, but very tiny, very small. I do the same with my other glove, and look at that. I'm comparing my hands with the gloves. You know, I use my own hand as a reference. And now is the time to try on the gloves on my doll. And as you can see, you see the hole there helped me to put on the glove a little bit easier. And these are the gloves, as you can see. And now what I can do is just to take a needle and then I close that by hand using a ladder stitch. If you don't know how to do a ladder stitch, stitch. You can use any stitch you want, like nobody will really notice it too much. So for the edge, if you want, you can leave it like that because it's illusion too. But if you don't like that, I don't love it. So I'm gonna do a kind of hem, trying to do like a zigzag stitch but by hand. And then I'm gonna put on the other glove and then I'm gonna close the opening by hand as I showed you before. The struggle is real. Putting on those gloves is not an easy task. I'm using the seam ripper to push those gloves in between the fingers so everything is all nice. And I saw the opening and this is how my gloves looks now. Let me show you. Here you go. You see, they are normal glove, like a big size glove but small. They look elegant. They can, finish any wardrobe that you have. These are the gloves with the dress that we did last week. I'm gonna link the video of this dress in the description box just in case you haven't watched it yet. But I wanted to let you know that this fabric is very dangerous for your doll, so I didn't let that glove sit on her because I'm afraid of the stain. I removed the glove and right away I cleaned my doll, and it was a surprise for me when I removed it because I didn't have to open. With the glove I did last week, I did have to open, but this one the fabric is a little bit more stretchy, so it's a better fabric. But as I said before, you have to be sure that your glove won't transfer stain. If you find this video useful or entertaining, please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe, hype, share, comment. Bye!